Yes, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the PMAC. We've got the participating teams in here as well. Wiz Machine, G7, N8 Warriors, Execute 46, Loot, Vibes, 6, Inevitable Squad, Not Legend, X Project, 777, Y, So Serious, Astra, NV, Sidemen, and EKIPP and Nova Sudan. Action all across the board, ladies and gentlemen. Action all across the board. There's so many teams vying. It is day 4. It's day 4, and we've got an interesting lineup tuned in for you guys tonight. You already know what time it is. You guys already know what time it is, so I'm excited as well. I've been trying to get active, following yesterday's games. It's been it's been an incredible journey so far. We've got 6 days of action. We've got 6 days of action, and this is day 4, so 2 more days before we take a little break, and then we resume again. It's gonna be the month of June is going to be absolutely insane. I'm telling you guys, man. The month of June, insane work. Insane work. I'm telling you guys. So I'm just trying to get ready and get active. Okay, so yes, let's talk about yesterday's games. I don't know, I saw a lot of people in the comment section talking about ruthless souls and whatnot, all of that, and I think some people came at me for talking about them, and Al Habra saying that they play similar styles, because they actually do. Both of those teams actually play in similar styles, but I think Ruthless Souls took it a little step further, when they got that chicken dinner, and I think they finished with like 60 odd points. And I think, although I don't think 60 plus points will be enough for a lobby like this, I think you need a little bit more. I think you need about 100 if you're trying to be serious. But other than that, I think yesterday's teams were what's the word I would use for yesterday's teams? I think yesterday's teams were a little bit nonchalant. It was a little back and forth. Vendetta were cruising through as well. Up until the last game, Zenith and Be My Loot, I was expecting those teams to perform exceptionally, and they did. But I was actually rooting for teams like Elon of Teranga, teams like that. I was rooting for them, underdog teams that I would expect to see more of. But it's not over yet, that's just day 1. They're gonna do it all over again, and then see if they've got the stones to keep it moving. But without further ado, we're gonna head straight in, give you guys the map selection for tonight. Similar with what we got yesterday. We start with Ranjo, head over to Miramar, Sanok, and then we head back to Erangel again. There's a little bit of a tricky setup there, because the last game always been Erangel right after a Sanok game. There's a strategy to that. There is a strategy to that, man. There's absolutely a strategy to that. Trust me. It's playing the long game. It's always about playing the long game. It's always about playing the long game. I'm not even gonna lie about that one, but I could be wrong. I've seen a couple of names in today's teams: G7, Why So Serious, and Astra. I ain't gonna lie, I'm rooting for Astra, Team Ghana. Those are my guys. Yeah, so I'm not even gonna lie, I'm a little bit biased for Astra, but the lobby is gonna be very tricky for them. Nova Sudan is also in there. Very strong team, very, very capable team as well. But we're about to see who's going to come out on top. There's a lot of teams in this particular group tend to play a little bit centrally, so we're going to look out for that to see if that's going to be the case for most of these drop locations, and if it's going to be the case for most of these teams going into game 3, game 4, where the points where the pressure starts to mount on those points. Again, there could be a little bit of a significant change of environment, coming into that third and fourth game, because those are the games that, like I said earlier, apply a little bit of pressure on the bone. But I could be speaking directly to most of the teams here, because I'm not I'm not backing out. I'm not backing away from the fact that I know a couple of teams, Sudanese teams, that are actually going to be cooking here. Like G7, my guys in there as well. But I would be looking out for Execute, X Project. Yeah, those guys are very capable, very, very capable. I mean, the PMAC, you got to respect it still. The PMAC has a lot of teams that I never thought I would, have the honor of, watching them on a live stream, and let alone, casting, and producing for a tournament like this. So big shout out to GPE, big shout out to PUBG Mobile Sudan for bringing us the PMAC. It's been an absolutely amazing ride so far. It's day 4. We're heading to day 6 before we take a little break, but still, I would be looking forward to seeing who's gonna rise to the occasion coming into today's games. I think today is gonna be a little bit of those back and forth, a little bit of lackluster punishments, if you might, if you don't decide early what you're trying to do, I think you're gonna get punished today. So if it would be ideal to have something work out for you if you're trying to be super consistent, if you're trying to put some numbers on the board. You have to pick and choose what it is you're trying to do. You have to pick and choose. Are you trying to be confrontational, like a couple of teams that we've seen past couple of days, or are you trying to play chill? Are you trying to be cool? But yeah, so big shout out to everyone that has locked in. Gonna have a big a big game tonight, honestly. Sorry guys, so I'm watching Hossam and Narcos. I love the way these guys are always going back and forth. I would love to chat to them right now in the Discord. So yeah, I think we're going to head into the game any moment from now. We're getting active, we're getting ready. So without any further ado, we're heading to the game. But yeah, we're going to take a little breather. Or should we take a breather? No, I don't think we should take a breather. Let's not take a breather. The game is going to start any moment from now, so I don't think we should take a breather. But you guys should tell me in the comment section, who are you rooting for? Who do you think is going to take the chicken dinner in game 1? Who do you think is going to rise to the occasion? Who do you think is going to outperform every single team out there in match 1? We are about to find out. We are about to know who's cooking like that, who got it like that. Yeah, I would be looking out a little bit more for those central teams that need to play a little bit of that Pachinki school area, maybe a little bit of Rozok in there, coming into this game. I would be looking out for teams that do stuff like that. Those are the teams I would be looking out for. So yeah, why not? So we're gonna keep our eyes on the prize. Right, we're gonna keep our eyes on the prize, ladies and gentlemen. Showtime in a bit. It is the PMAC. It is day 4, and yeah, we're about to get active. We are about to get active. Any moment from now, we will be getting active. We will know exactly what time it is. First couple of games. After Iran, the first Iran and Myanmar, we're gonna know what the vibe is. But without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, it's showtime. Let's head over to Iran. Let's know what the vibe is. Let's see who's gonna take that first chicken dinner. Action scenes. Everywhere you go, it is action scenes. Gonna stay hydrated. Don't forget to drink your water, because it's about to be a feisty one here. There's a lot of congestion in that zone. It's a little bit of Slow play, east to west. And I ain't talking Gunner. Big shout out to Gunner though. One of one. I like the name that Gunner gave to his album though. One of one, WUN of WEN. That is you can't lie. Creativity is nasty there. But you've got 64 teams in the lobby, 64 players, sorry, in the lobby, 16 teams in the cut. And yeah, we've got an east to west zone. Most of the teams, like I said, that play central, they're gonna love this one. Pachinki, Rozok, Ruin. I don't think any team considers ruins as a drop location, as a unit. I think that is just, teams that probably want to play like Gatka, a little bit of that central, western central position. They would love, to just play ruins as a maybe one man or max two man position. It's not really ideal because I don't think you probably find any vehicles in there. But it could speak to it could speak to the entirety of of the teams that have been trying to play around these positions for the longest time. Again, the South is looking very caked up though. Got a lot of bodies in there. N8 enjoying Primorsk. I think they have the best position to make their rotations from. Especially those teams that found themselves in the South is going to be a very hard one to lock out because there are about four teams in the South position. So this would speak volumes to how they decide to operate going forwards. But why so serious? We'll be looking out for them as well. I believe the team from Ghana, right? Yeah, I think that's the team from Ghana. Should be them. Why so serious? Should be them. So yeah, we're looking out for tricky spot. As you can see, Nasser from 46 loot. Wait a minute. Is that right? Is 46 loot? Is their tag vibes? Is that them? Not sure. I'm not sure. Not sure, but okay. Is Wiz Machine 4W? Hmm. Okay, not legend. Yeah, that's pretty accurate. Playzone starts to shut down ever so nicely here. Oh, Envy from South Africa is here as well. An X Project. All of these teams have proven their worth in all of their national qualifiers. Do not forget this tournament is $3,000 worth of prize pool money is going down. That's some big money right there. Kaiser just picking up a couple of things there. X Project just enjoying a little bit of a line in from this position that they've got themselves in Georgia. But again, it could find them wanting if they do not have enough vehicles to to navigate around these parts. There could be a detriment to their success going forwards. But I think they should have everything sorted out. See a couple of vehicles outside for team execute, so should be good. A little bit of the south eastern side, there might be a little bit of chaos brewing just by the bridge side. Their vehicles would be very ideal if you are trying to make it in. You can see Gatka, Quarry, even Pachinki, all within touching distance, all free. No teams have made those moves just yet. Could speak on how these teams, tend to make their rotations. Could be forcing them out of a displaced position. Surely, they would be able to find their way around and hold on onto the play zone. You never want to be caught trailing. You never want to be caught trailing. You absolutely never want to be caught trailing. If you're caught trailing, it's gonna be a wrap for you. It's absolutely gonna be a wrap for you. It could be a big move here for G7. Ken Boy, my guy. Ken Boy, my guy. I'm sure he's gonna come to my DM and chat to me that he's in the team, innit? So I will be looking out for G7 as well. Why so serious? The inevitable squad. Ooh. We'll be enjoying a little bit of a southern play. Inevitable squad. There's a little bit of a something special brewing. First zone will be closing in 90 seconds. And now everyone has started to lay their bed, or rather make their bed, so they can lie on it. But could be devastating if they make the wrong choices. This is not the time, you want to make the wrong choices. But looks like some rotations will be coming through. Not Legenda having a little bit of an inkling of what they want to do next, making a little bit of a circular movement all the way out here in the southern side. They are very close to a lot of teams, but I'm not sure they are aware of just how many. It's very chaotic. It could break out into something vicious right now, but not you will be enjoying this little deck that they've got for themselves. The inevitable squad are just enjoying the little intel that they are gathering here. N8 warriors are just biding their time. The bullets have not started to ring out just yet. Moto is just working about. There is a big probability, as you all know, that chaos is a ladder. Most teams will be trying to grab that one. Ladies and gentlemen, you are watching the PUBG Mobile Africa Clash, PMAC, brought to you by PUBG Mobile Sudan, GPE Productions. It is day 4, the first map of the night. And no bodies have been dropped just yet, and that's to tell you how cautious everyone is taking this phase 2 of the circle. I believe this is a pattern for this tournament. I've not seen a lot of first circle chaos at all. Even second circle chaos is hardly a thing to see, except in maps like Sanok. Other than that, I don't think I've seen much of anything like this. Most teams in most of the group stages, or rather the qualification stages, haven't bitten off a little bit more than they can chew, and they know that for a fact. But Nova are still playing ring around the rosy here with guys from Inevitable. It could be a while before Reigns can get an angle and send a couple of shots across. But Ahmed is going to be enjoying this intel that he has managed to gather, and Nevada just looking forward towards the northern side of his position again. He has a general idea of where the chaos might be brewing. I believe they are aware, but looks like we've got our first taste of chaos here. It looks like X Project and NV, two teams from the same country, I believe, are starting to rock the boat. Okay, this is actually not the same country. X Project is from Morocco. My apologies for that one. I thought it was the team from South Africa. XIX. Well, looks like something interesting is going on here. They did a little bit of a trade, but they've got their numbers back up. It's what you call testing the microphone. Testing 1 2 3 1 2 3. Stribiko's just looking for an opening there to crack one open. Ooh, couple shots sent through. Again, Envy might be in trouble here because X Project are very, very violent. All they need is an opening, and they will descend on you. They will not take any chances. Ooh. 777 will be losing their first player, and that will be the first player of the entire first map. Triple seven will be forced into an unorthodox rotation here. It is one of those things that happens when you lose a player you did not plan on losing. You know, some teams tend to panic. Some teams tend to change the entire, game style. Some teams just, keep it moving like nothing happened. I don't know if that stems from the value or quality of the player that they've lost, or if it's just based off of sheer will, determination, and never, deviating from the script. Some teams don't deviate from the script no matter what happens. If they lose one player, they lose two, they will still stick to the script because they believe in the script and they believe in standing on business. And those are the teams I like to see. Anyone who advocates for standing on business, I'm your guy. But N8 Warriors have not been able to find that opening that they've been looking for there. Mafioso getting tagged up with the UMP. As Frags had the right idea, but unfortunately a little bit too far for comfort. Not able to rock something up there. He's not aware of that player that's all the way out there in the field. Could be ideal for him to make a little rotation on the side, Play zone, shrinking. Ooh, it's a nice one. And I did mention it, Pachinki is the place to be right now. If you're not there, what are you doing? If you are not there, what are you doing, Pachinki? Well, N8 do have a little bit of a closeness to the play zone here, but do they have what it takes to hold on? Could be a forceful entry, as they might get rear-ended. There's too many teams around. There's too many bodies. Phase 3 of the circle, and only one body has been dropped so far. That speaks to volume and character for most of the teams in the lobby here. Although we did see a little bit of this kind of pattern past couple of days. Bullets now starting to fly. Not will be another team that bites the dust. Envy sending shots towards that position. Mafioso will be discovered, and that will be a wrap for him as well. And back into to the lobby he will be going. Fortunate scenes for him. Who has the corner there? Messi. Is he good with the grenade? Oh, that's a first touch. First execution. Beautiful angle from Messi. And now, Fives again with a beautiful grenade over the top. Messi is absolutely cooking right now. And he might be able to get the job done. But he's being able to hold off Nasser now for 46 loot. Has the back end covered, but unfortunately will not be able to get that reset on, and that is going to be a wrap. They've lost 2 bodies now. So left to them, Messi again with a beautiful grenade over the top. Can he get the angles right? They get the first one. Here comes the DBS over the top. Beautiful touch. Another one bites the dust. That's the third. And Messi. 2. Messi for a reason. That should tell you something special. And now they will occupy this next liner position. You can tell that that's the idea there. That was the strategy. They're trying to hold on, but they might be getting forced out here. I believe that's why So Serious that just pulled up to that position. They will have to reposition equally. A little bit of a forceful play there, holding out from the guys from 46 Loot, but they should be fine. This double will be getting caught out by Nasser again. Why so Serious, unfortunately, will be getting hung up, but I don't think he was able to go for the reset. It's going to be some special if he can make it all the way there. There's a lot of bodies in the area as they're up. He's looking for that opening of his own. Devil still knocked away. I'm not sure the reset, if it is coming, but it should be coming. As Vibes did not apply the pressure. There should be a little bit of an allowance for something. But Inevitable will serve some bullets towards MV again. Here they come. Beautiful touch. Warrior gets dropped away. Inevitable not looking too nice right now. NV have 2 bodies dropped away. Here comes the GOAT to wrap that one up. 2, 3 again. Circling backwards. And that's going to be a beautiful finish. Or flank now. Has the angle off to the corner. Beautiful grenade over the top. Can't seem to connect. To hold on to the life of him there. Molotov cocktail smokes and all sorts of utilities are going all the way outside. Well, Inevitable will be looking very strong. Envy down to just 1. Will he be able to get that reset on? And it looks like it will be a big possibility for him. And that might be the opportunity for Inevitables to crack open something here against the guys from Envy. The GOAT able to secure himself 1 elimination. He was still got 16 teams here. Phase 4. And he's going to get very chaotic very soon. Inevitable making that very, very close rotation to find the next part of the circle that they can get into. But it's going to require a lot of resources if they are trying to make that rotation count, if they are trying to make something worth it, if they are not trying to lose any players getting caught out as they make this advance. They are moving towards the guys from 46 Loot. There's going to be a little work to be done here, because the guys from 46 Loot have all of the bases covered. Spray zone's going to the side by Mori, but can't seem to connect the shots just yet. And now they have given away their position. Element of surprise will be in the mud. Can't seem to hold off. Vibes do have the right idea. Can they execute perfectly? Inevitable Esports might have been under siege now. The GOAT knocked away. Here comes Respect getting caught out as well. Beautiful grenade over the top by Nasser. That one will hurt and will drop the HP bars just a little bit further. But a drop of the shoulder will not allow him to get that finish onto the side. And I think the reset is not going to be possible. Toxin gets knocked away, and unfortunate scenes for 46 Loot. They will be losing a player to that engagement, and that is what we're talking about. The dangers of not paying attention to every position that your teammates are in, and that is what has cost them a player here. But fortunately for them, they were able to secure an elimination. So that is a 1-for-1 trade coming in from 46 Loot against the guys from Inevitable. But you know what timing they're trying to be on. They're not trying to give away that position. Wiz Machine now circling back inside of Pachinki. Plays and has forced themselves, or have them force themselves out of that position into an open line. And now the game is about to get a little bit spicier. Warrior falls away to the plays, and I believe that's going to be a wrap for one of these teams relatively very, very, very shortly. The Sidemen have lost 2. And I'll make that 3. X Project tearing through with the utilities. Molotov cocktails, smoke grenades, everything's coming out. First team back into the lobby, 777. Finally, after hours and hours of surviving, they've been sent back into the lobby. Habib will be the last one for the sideman. And G7 just up north should have a sightline on that position. But Conan knocked away as well, getting forced out by Astra. And now it's going to be a very tricky position for them to hold out, but they're sitting very perfectly. X Project are looking very strong in this part of the circle right now. Sexy Red getting knocked away for Astra there, and the Ghanaians are finding it a little bit tough to hold on, but it's not over for them just yet. They might be able to make something happen here. Azer getting busy with it. As you can see, it's gonna be a long night for them, but why so serious? Getting caught out as well. Another one bites the dust. Layla will be the next victim. Sprays coming through. Wu-Tang getting caught out. Oh, that's a fantastic spray. Beautiful grenade over to the top. But why so serious? Unfortunately, couldn't hack it. They will be sent back into the lobby, packing as well. Holding the line now is the last player from the sideman. It's Habib trying to get an angle forwards, but the grenade, oh, straight onto his head. That is a basketball grenade. Straight onto the skull there, and that's going to be a wrap for sideman. Another grenade. The grenade plays here. Absolutely insane. Everyone's in the kitchen. Absolutely cooking. The jump shot is good from Petra. Beautiful touch from Petrox again. There's vibes. 6. We'll circle back. I think this is a hold on line. Another one with the S12K. Can he make it 2 for 2? Yes, he does. Make it 2 for 2. Petrox is absolutely him. And bro has been absolutely cooking right now. And now the game just turned on its head. Now we're down to 7. Somehow, some way, bodies have started dropping. 6. Now we are down to 6 instead. Nova Sudan is still north of that position. They have G7 just up north in the sightlines. G7 are looking stronger by the second. They've not lost any players. And they have all of the zone at their beck and call. X Project, the same exact precedent they've set for themselves. Here comes Speed for Execute. He's the last one left. He has been spotted, but does have a lot of utilities to work with. Nova Sudan will be exposed here. Nevada has been spotted, but he has a very, very soft angle here. But X Project are absolutely waiting to cook that guy. Immediately he pops over to come up. The moment he decides to come up for air, he will be forced to duck back down again. Utilities all coming out. Sammy getting called out again. He's going to be knocked away. And that might just change the entire dynamic of the game here. But it's going to be a forceful couple of zones for most of these teams if they are trying to hold off into a line position. Speed trying to peek through the smoke. Can't seem to find an opening. He continues to spray. He will be getting pulled out. Oh, Conan boy with a nice spray over to the western side. It will catch a body again. G7 looking stronger and stronger. Execute finally discovered. X Project now. You can take a look at Django. He's looking for an opening. He's trying to hold back and force the entry into that zone space and eliminate the guys from X Project. Nova now trying to make their way inside. They're outside the zone. One of them trying to hold through, but Taser is inside as well. Nova finally dispatched courtesy of X Project and all the teams inside of the circle. G7 now holding tight. And now it's G7. All of them alive against the guys from X Project. It's a 4 versus 3. G7 have all the numbers and all the cards, but X Project have already had twice the number of eliminations, and they are looking for absolute chaos right now. 4 versus 3. Who will come out on top? X Project have a better angle in the zone. They're trying to spray deep. Aza now trying to get an angle left, right, and center, but they're getting forced. They're getting spread out into so many different angles. The numbers advantage from G7. Can they be able to hold it light? Can they be able to force the plays? Is looking very likely for them. They're trying to hold it down, but G7 are making a rotation. As you can see, they're trying to play in from the western side. Utilities flying all the way across, grenade after grenade. Here comes Moto circling back again just to get a little bit of intel of where their position is. Oh, Saddam getting called out. Drone, he's getting called out. He has been run over. Now is an opportunity to circle back again, but he might be getting dropped. Beautiful touch by Ken Boy, but he's going to be dropped as well. Another angle forced by X Project. 2 bodies dropped away. Moto falls as well. G7 might have bottled this one, trying to hold on, but Aza will be stopped dead in his tracks, and G7 will take that chicken dinner perfectly as well. And that was close for comfort. But G7 absolutely tearing it up. So close, so close, so close. It was looking very scary for them, and that is one of those things, you know, when you're going up against a team that has gotten some significant number of eliminations, you gotta be careful. You have to be very, very careful. You cannot play around. It was dangerously close, but G7 used the numbers advantage perfectly there. Absolutely perfect. Woo! Saddam, Mo, Conan Boy, and Ken Boy, the travel merchant. These guys put in a lot of work. But Saddam was absolutely cooking for X Project. He was on fire. He was unstoppable. 6 eliminations for him, 2 grenade eliminations for Wizmo. Again, could have been so much higher, but fortunately for them, they got caught out relatively very quickly. Could have been a different lineup that they had for themselves, but it was not too bad. You know, G7 doing exactly what they needed to do. Got the chicken dinner. They need to go crazy. You know, 8 eliminations, I believe. You know, not too crazy. 18 points. That's how you want to start the day. Now it's all about consistency. You know, going forward could have gone so many different ways, but you have to respect it either ways. Big shout out to the guys from G7 for making the money shot count where it did. So yeah, we're gonna take a look at the statistics from the from the match that just got concluded. You're gonna see every single detail that went into that game just very shortly. We're just gonna wait on production to send the GFX forwards, but beautiful game from G7. Yeah, you know, Ken Boy's experience, you know, I mean, I did teach him everything that he knows. You know, I did teach Ken Boy everything that he knows, so he can't even deny that one. He should not even play around with me. But G7, solid team here. But they got themselves 8 eliminations. Ken Boy just doing exactly what needed to be done. I believe he's the RGL for the team. He should be, with the way he's traveling thousands of meters and getting 0 knocks. Bro has to be the IGL. Has to be the IGL, bro. 18 points, but X Project also with 18. That chicken dinner reigns supreme. And 46 loot in 3rd place with 9. Not legend. Wiz Machine Vibes also sharing the same number of points in total. There's 7. Team Execute in 7th place with 6. Nova SUDAN in 8th place with 5. Inevitable Squad, Astra sharing 3 apiece. Envy in 11th place. N8 Warriors in 12th. And Sidemen 777. Why so serious? For real. I've not been able to get their hands dirty just yet. Could speak to their, you know, abilities so far, but you know, it's just game 1. Still finding their footing, still finding their strategy there, you know. But it is equally impressive. 2,000 damage points from X Project. Yeah, these guys are gonna be cooking a lot. X Project is one of those teams that's gonna be cooking a lot, and I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm excited to see if they're going to be this consistent. You know, chicken dinner. I believe these guys are gonna get another chicken dinner today. They'll probably be the first team to make it happen since I started streaming these games. I think X Project is gonna be the first team that will get a chicken dinner twice in a single night. I see it happening. I see the vision. Yep, I see the vision, you know. Could be a very tricky hold on here, but Saddam has been one of those players you have to look out for. 6 eliminations, 865 damage points, not too far away from Conan Boy. And Conan Boy looks absolutely very young, and it looks like he has a bright future ahead of him in PUBG Mobile and professional Steam. But we here, we outside. Woo! We have a lot of teams here. We have a lot of teams here getting active. X Project SUDAN, we gotta keep our eyes on him. Keeping our eyes on him just to make sure that he is indeed who he says he is, you know. Conan Boy as well for G7, getting 4 eliminations. It's no easy feat. Could be so much better for him if he had everything locked in going forwards, but you know, there's so many ways this could have gone, and they were super, you know, definitive in their rotations, in their plays, every single thing that he did. You know, they did it perfectly, so you got to respect that as well. So yeah, you know, we're gonna take a break very shortly, and by the time we return, showtime, match 2. All right, Miramar. All right, welcome back to the show, ladies and gentlemen. It is the PUBG Mobile Africa Clash, otherwise known as the PMAC, and we are back for game two. We just had Eranjo, and it was G7 that got that chicken dinner with, I believe, 8 eliminations, giving them a total of 18 points. I think X Project got roughly the exact same thing. I think they got about 12 eliminations. And they finished in second place, so that gives them 18 points as well. But Chicken Dinner Supremacy puts G7 in first place. Now, X Project is one of those teams we are going to be definitely looking out for. I'm also going to be keeping my eyes on Why So Serious, because I think they have the potential to cook something. Astra as well. So big shout out to my Ghanaian guys. Charlie, are we cooking or not? Charlie, are we cooking? I know Nell is probably in the chat right now. Nell, are we cooking or not? Because I know you guys love Miramar, so, that's what I'm expecting. I'm expecting, Astra to cook up in Miramar. I know that they are very capable. I've been seeing a couple of, PMGC moves they've been making. So, yeah, that's what I'm rooting for. I'm super excited to see if that's going to be the case for them in this game. So, yeah, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's head straight into Miramar. Yeah, that's what we're heading into, Miramar right now. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, it's the PUBG Mobile African Clash. It's a PMAC. It's day 4. It's a different group today. Just had our first game completed. Let's see what the second one has in store for us. Don't touch that dial. We're heading to Miramar. Interesting play zone. Very, very interesting play zone, A little bit northeast. A little bit of that northeast vibe. A bad little vibe. From the northeast all the way to the west. Because that's an interesting playing path, I'm not going to lie. Navigating to the south, though. Navigating to the south is going to be very, very diabolical. It is going to be very, very diabolical for these teams. Teams that would like to play in the south. Even teams that want to get over to, Los Leones. It's going to be very, very difficult for them. But looks like Picardo might be having a lot of bodies clashing in there. I think I see the guys from Envy trying their luck, or rather trying their hand at something specific inside of Picardo. Could have something unique revolve around this position. I know a lot of teams love Picardo, although I don't know anything that is in there that is good. I don't think I would ever play here, though. I don't think I would ever play Picardo. It's based off of my play style. Chasing the center. It's ideal, maybe, but not off rip. It's not something I would do off rip, that's for sure. But NV needs something. They need something special right now. It looks like Nova already getting their hands dirty. And the bodies are starting to drop there. Wait a minute. Do they put the name? I'm not gonna lie, guys. I'm a little faded right now. I took a little something, for those I know, I took a little something. I'm really faded, right? I'm super faded, so I I'm a little faded, guys. But don't worry. I'm good. I think. Okay, so when you do the first blood, yeah, is the first blood the person that did the elimination, or is it the person that got eliminated? I think it's the person that did the first blood that his picture pops up towards the side of the screen. I think it's the person who did the killing. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that, but I'm faded really. So did I even say it? I'm not even sure I did. Oh yeah, he's not surviving that one. He is not surviving that one. You gotta respect, bro. Bro is that guy. You cannot be driving around, double cheeked up on a Sunday afternoon and not expect anyone to tap your cheeks, bruv. And these cheeks did get tapped in there. And respect is the one to make it happen. And Warriors have not been able to find your footing either. Got 1 point to show for it. We just have to see a little bit of an interesting lineup here. But X Project, G7, eyes on the prize. 46 as well. Just sliding through to see who's going to rise to the occasion as we go forwards. But Envy have been spotted here. Can kind of respect just cooking something diabolical all the way up to that high heel side. But Envy need to get rid of N8 Warriors. They need to get rid of the closest opposition if they are trying to make it out of Picado. And that is the danger of Picado. Forces you to play in a box. You know, I'm not a fan of playing in a box. You know, why are you playing in a box, no? You know, Picado is not that big. It's actually not. You know, compared to other parts of Miramar. Should be the third smallest area of Miramar. You know, major area of Miramar. We're not talking about places like ruins or some stuff like that. No, we're talking about, you know, major positions. I think Los Leones should be the biggest area. You know, we're talking about major area. Hacienda is also not big. It's also not big. You know, I think after Los Leones, we now have places like El Pozo and stuff like that. You know, areas have been spotted in there. Ooh, 629. That was in sight. Oh, whoa. What a spray that has been. The touches have been perfect, but he did manage to pop a smoke out in time. So I think his teammates should be able to make it to him. Oh, I spoke too soon. He's taking hits. He is taking hits. Runs into the bullets. Yeah, he's not making it out. 629 is not making it out of here. I don't know what the plan was. Maybe he was trying to get an off angle there. Jay is able to get a spray onto one of the guys from Envy, but 2-1 end. It's not going to yield anything. That's going to be a wrap. Pyro. We shut that down immediately, and that's going to be another player for N8 lost. They could have made something out of this, but they got caught out on that rotation. They should have stormed the castle directly from the south. I mean, Frags doesn't even have a sightline on anyone from here. So I'm guessing maybe they're waiting on, you know, someone to move out to you know, make a play from that position that Frags is in. I don't see that happening though, unless Frags has absolutely been quiet the entire time. You know, I think the guys from Envy are very aware that Frags or someone might be in that southern side. But Astra, one of the teams I am rooting for, will be I know they love them some Miramar, so I'm expecting a lot of I'm expecting a high performance from them coming into Miramar, you know. But hopefully that's gonna be the case going forward. It could be active here if they can play around those sides. Vibe 6. Now this is accurate. I knew that I was tripping in the previous game, so big shout out to production for fixing that, because I knew that, yeah, something was wrong, man. Ooh, Pyro's taking a hit from Jay. This is the second time Jay is active with that Mini 14. We've seen him active before. He's getting super active again. Another knock towards the guys from NV. But again, it doesn't amount to anything because they're not going to make a play out of this. They've gotten 2 knocks in succession. But, you know, they're too spread out. They're too spread thin. And that's the problem with, you know, playing in Picado. You'll be forced to play in a box. You know, they're playing in a box. They're getting knocks. You know, they tried to go for an off angle. They got caught out because of how small Picado is. You know, and you have to factor these things in if you're trying to play out of that position. Again, but Lynx will be taking a hit. 46 just pulled up to the scene. I don't know where they came from. But it looks like Petrox just had a little bit of an interesting angle to make something happen there. But again, Envy are playing very close to each other, so you can't pick them off. You know, you can't pick them off. And that's exactly how you want to play in an area like Picado. You do not want to be playing a split. You do not want to be, you know, trying to gather some kind of useless intel. Play as a unit, play in the box. You know, that's just what you got to do. There's certain you know, there's certain things as a team you want to play, but the area you're in will not allow you to play that way. You know, some teams, That's just, for some teams, that's just what it is. Some teams will take it that way. Okay, yeah, when this section, you know, and what we're trying to do, it's not going to work because of this, the way this section is designed. This strategy is not going to be ideal, and that's fine. But some people will still want to stand on business. That is the wrong time to stand on business. Change your game, especially if you're playing in a topography or geographical location in the map that's not allowing you to spread your wings, to fly and all that. That's fine. Just reposition. But no, some people want to do what they want, do what they like. They'll be getting cooked and then start blaming each other. That's not ideal. It's not ideal at all. Woo! So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, this is day 4 of the PMAC, brought to you by PUBG Mobile Sudan, and production from GPE. Gotta love it. It's active, super active. Ooh, okay. Inevitable esports circling the block. Drove a little close for comfort. They will be forced back. Yeah, I don't know if that was the plan for them, but it's also one of the things you have to look out for in teams, how quick they are to adapt to certain situations that do not benefit them, and how often they get into those situations. How often do they get into those positions? How often does it happen? These are the questions, and how often do they get out of those positions as well? Because you gotta be smart. You have to be very smart if you're trying to be, if you're trying to get something over on the next man and the next team. You have to stand out from the crowd. And for real, I've not been able to stand out just yet. They've already lost a player, and it looks like chaos is about to ensue here. Echo charging that grenade, can't seem to connect it either, but Nova have an idea here, and they might be trying to execute something. Rain circling around the block to find an angle inside, but they are playing as a 2-man split. As you can see from Nova, they're trying to split and force the attention of the guys from 4R to another side, just to give them an angle to breach inside with. They need to deal with 4R because they could be a thorn in their side if a third party decides to pull up from that northern position. Will force them into a little bit of a sandwich, so they have to deal with the guys from 4 Real relatively very quickly, I might add, just so not to allow them to not to run into any any hassling, any haggling. But that speaks to the value of the players and of the team as well. Playzone is again just moving towards the south. Valdemar is up for grabs. Nobody has made that southwestern shift. Would be very ideal. NV and Inmate Warriors are still slugging it out in the northeast. Could be anticlimactic if they are running into each other this early. Vibes looking for that break in the team there. Execute have unfortunately lost one earlier. Still, there's a lot of teams losing players here, but there's still 16 teams in the lobby. To go figure. Phase 3 of the circle. Again, we've seen this play out time and time again. It is the nature of the lobby. to be very active like that. But Messi peeks out a little bit too much in there. But that's why I like this team, though. You know, they are very compact. And they are always gathering as much intel as they can. Delhop is trying to circle back again. Beautiful grenade from Jay. Did he get the finish? I'm not sure he did. NV are still at 4. And that might be a strategy from Vibes just to force the play there. They might be able to catch a body. Ooh, some nice shot from Lynx. All the way across. Frags is finally hit. And that off-angle position he has might have just been thrown into the mud. Another grenade from Lynx. Oh, and NV is about to get envious right now. 2 bodies dropped away from N8 Warriors, and it's all left to them to hold on to the lines, and that's going to be a wrap. Jay will be sent back into the lobby, and first team back into the lobby will be N8 Warriors. Again, they're falling off. They're losing focus. 2 games in a row, and they've not been able to secure anything. But Envy are rising to the occasion. They've got 4 on the board now. So 46 loot. Still looking for an entry position. A bit of a play zone merchant, you know. You gotta love the play zone merchants, don't you? There is some raise required to get that chicken dinner. You gotta have some extra raise, and 46 might be deciding to crack open a windshield here. Petrox now is known for getting an angle. Beautiful touch, but he's dropped instead of to the side by Wu-Tang. Why so serious? And Petrox now trying to circle back. Wu-Tang again, but he's gonna be dropped. My Petrox again, they are forced into a dilemma. And back into the lobby. Why so serious will be going into unfortunate scenes for them. But it's not over. There's still 2 games left. I still believe that they can achieve. I think they played as a 3-man in that game. So I think that's what it's an unfortunate scenario for them. But not legend. Oh, what a grenade that was. What a grenade that was. Another grenade to follow suit. The bombarding continues. Wiz Machine now sending the sights onto that corner. Spray is good. Might have gotten him dropped immediately as well, but he's 1 HP. And he might need to survive, but nope. Spoke too soon. He's dropped away as well. And that's going to be a wrap, surely. And not legend are just down to 1. Grenade, utilities, everything coming out of the woodworks. Wiz Machine trying to circle back again. It's a 4 versus 1. Opportunity comes but once. Switches over to the DBS. We've seen the DBS get cracked. We've seen the DBS get active. But no, Mafioso will be slapped up. Sent back into the lobby. Not legend will be falling by the wayside. He finished very strongly in game 1, but can't say the same for game 2. If you notice, G7 are very quiet. And execute, starting to take hits. Big hits, I might add. Very big hits. Ooh, Spray is good. Spray is absolutely good. Nope, he's not making it. He is not making it. That was a wrong call. Very, very wrong call. And 4R. Bite the dust once again. Nova Sudan. Finally getting their hands dirty, as Ahmed will be wrapping that one up. Oh, what a spray that was. It's a little bit too far for comfort. Moto sprays into the deep end. So Conan boy just will be taking some hits, but manages to get his HP levels back up again. Motos and the rest of the guys from G7. I mean, rotation speaks on itself. It speaks for itself. G7 in the zoning. Chumasera, you gotta respect it though. Yeah, so I think G7 is one of those teams you have to look out for when it comes to tactical, IQ, tactical ability. They are very, very solid when it comes to being very, very tactical. You can see it already. They are very capable of holding their own, but they are more trying to be a balanced team. We've seen that time and time again, but 777 now trying to keep the guys from X Project at bay. Jumps out of the vehicle. Will he drop him instead? He does. Jumps out of the vehicle and drops him immediately. And X Project absolutely cooking right now. Another one bites the dust. Takes a hit. As Amy again now will have to reposition himself. The sideman also taking hits onto the backside. Dextribico trying to circle back. X Project looking very strong. They've got 4 up. And they are still trying to circle inside of that circle. There's Doomy, unfortunately, will be taking a hit. But I think he's getting picked up. But unfortunately, Amen will be taking that hit as well. Ooh. SUDAN takes a hit for X Project and he falls by the wayside. And they will be losing that player, unfortunately. And that is one of their MVPs. But Aze is still alive. Execute will be dispatched and sent back into the lobby by the play zone. And that's going to be a wrap. Grenade over the top hand side again. 777. Oh, beautiful grenade from Sammy. And X Project will be heading up to 4. I said this again. X Project will be that team. It's looking like it. They will get 2 chicken dinners. I said it in the previous game. It's looking very, very likely right now. Wiz Machine still looking strong in deep, but they're outside of the circle. A little bit of work will be required to keep them at bay and keep them inside. Envy now pulling up to the scene. They've been spotted. Sprays from Dextribico again towards the northern side. 2 hits and to circle back. Frank takes a hit as well. Falls by the wayside. Envy might be in trouble for the first time as they make that rotation from the northern corner. And now another one to move through. Sidemen just running in the open. And that's going to be a wrap. Brenda will be getting forced out. Wiz Machine as FHD sprays into the northern corner there. It looks like Envy might be able to try their best to get their player all the way up. He continues to bleed out, but I think the utilities are good. Should be able to keep him at bay though. Play zone shifts again. You can see the probabilities here. The South looking very strong, but G7 is also there. X Project will be trying to make their way in from that southwestern side. A little bit of work required there, but oh, what a spray from FHD. And Wiz Machine getting absolutely active. 2 bodies dropped away by FHD. He can see in full HD, that's for sure. Seeing the ops crystal clear. 2 bodies dropped away. 4 eliminations for X Project. They're trying to hold on. They've lost 2 bodies and that will be a wrap. And X Project, I spoke too soon. It will be sent back into the lobby. FHD just pulled up to the scene. Grenade sent over his head over to the backhand side to force him back. 46 loot noted as well. Takes a hit all the way from the backside. Lynx is the danger man. And he's making a dangerous move from the southern side. A thorn in the side of one of those teams, but he falls to the wayside as well. 6 eliminations for Envy. They did manage to scrapple and grapple a couple of points for themselves. And sprays continue to go across to the northern side. As Assam from 46 loot is increasing the numbers. Now they're up to 7. Wiz Machine as well down to 6. They do have 2 eliminations to circle back. DBS, he tried to run through, but they're going to run him over immediately to wrap that up immediately as well. Well, beautiful spray from Wiz from Wizmo again. Wiz Machine getting forced out of the zone. They're too close to the edge of the circle, and a spray over to the northern side. From Wizmo again, he tries his absolute best to keep the rest of his team afloat, but unfortunately that's not going to be the case. He has to make a move, and he has to be very, very quick, but he might be getting blown away if he's not careful enough as he tries to make that rotation towards the guys from 46 loot. And Vibes as well, still alive. He's got 6, and Messi will be the one to watch right now. As Zlau searching for, but Delap will be sent back into the lobby by the play zone there. Unfortunately, he takes a hit. Messi will take a hit as well. The bullets are starting to spread all the way around. Here comes Astra, one of the strongest Miramar teams for a reason. They've started cooking right now. 2 eliminations to the good. trying to hold on, bite the dust again, another one to seal the deal. Beautiful touch. Whiz Machine dropped away, but the angles are too tight, way too tight. That's Hassam will shut that down immediately, and Kilua again to seal the deal on the guys from any again. Oh, the angles are too tight. G7 now playing a very defensive eye line, because I already knew that is the strategy for G7. They're not trying to rack up all the eliminations. They're just trying to get that chicken dinner. They're trying to do it 2 for 2. And G7 might be the team actually that makes it happen. But it's going to be unlikely because of the number of eliminations that they've already got. Except this is just how they play every single time. Then you know that there's a big chance that they will take this chicken dinner. But it's going to take a lot for them to make something happen here. And Astra just a little bit too far off the hillside. That's a good grenade. Very good grenade from Asalo P. And he circles back again to get another one. Conan Boy train off the eastern side, trying to hold off the angles. 46. Trying to circle back. Kilua trying to find an angle as well. And Astra still alive here. We'll have a lot of ground to cover if they are trying to make something happen here. But Sexy Red gets knocked away with a beautiful grenade from Conan Boy. G7 now on the defensive line to hold on. Another grenade over the top. Sexy Red takes yet another hit. And Kilua has not been able to find a way, but he's been spotted. Conan Boy has to be very careful. That grenade might have just been made for him. Yes, he's going to be dropped immediately. Sent back into the lobby by Asalo P. Again, he's forced down. G7, I knew that was going to be very tricky for them. They had no elimination, so it's going to take a little bit more than something. Ken Boy now gets dropped away as well. Kilua will send them back into the lobby. Astra still alive. They're inching it slowly and surely. They're making their way. Now is the opportunity for Astra to seal something here, but Django tries to spray through. He's going to be dropped as well. Down to 1. Motto, the last one for G7. Can he make something happen? Here comes Astra trying to circle back as well. It's a 2 versus 1. It's a 3 versus 1. Tries to circle back again. Takes a hit. Takes the first one down. Thread knocks away, but the grenade is good. Beautiful grenade from Yelesu. And the grenade is now getting sent over the top and over to the side. Oh, what a fantastic grenade. Takes a hit. And Astra trying to hold off the defensive line. It's a 4 versus 3. I believe they can make something happen here. All they have to do is get their numbers up. Oh! Boom! What a hit that grenade would have been. But Layla manages to escape the danger just in time. And Astra tried to get their numbers up, but the grenade from Asalo P is perfect. Knocks him away. Sexy Red finally getting picked up, but the angles are too tight. He's going to be forced. Red swept away, and Astra forced back by 46 loot. I thought they had it in the bag, but I knew that Astra had that money on them. They had that money on them. I knew that they would play well in Miramar. I've seen them do it time and time again. But what a game from 46 loot. I knew that G7 were not going to be able to hold them off. They were active. They were just way more active, man. 46 were way more active, but G7, they did exactly what they wanted to do. Get some placement points in there. Get some numbers in there. It was a strategy. Saw it play off. Saw it work fine. So I ain't mad at it though. I'm not mad at it at all. I'm not mad at it at all. They did exactly what they set out to do. And I think they're still going to be on top of the leaderboard with that. You know, they lacked a little bit of creativity in defending that box, but they did the right thing. They did exactly what they wanted to do there. You know, there was a big chance for them to get a chicken dinner, but the team that was pushing them was just way more active, bro. They were just way more active, you know, and that's just what it is, you know. That's just what it is. G7 had the execution, they had a plan, and I think they will be satisfied with the result they got. I think they would be satisfied. You know, chicken dinner in a scenario like that is very unlikely. When you've got like 1 elimination, you will be forced, you know, into an uncomfortable setup, when, especially, you know, that late into the game where you've got like just like 1 elimination. You know, it's going to be very, very hard for you to, you know, be as active as the team that is pursuing you, especially when you do not have zone advantage or numbers advantage, you know. So that speaks, you know, to the character of the team, but I think they should be fine with that result. Top 3 finish, couple of eliminations in there, you know, keeping themselves up on top of that table should be enough for them going forward. But Astra, they didn't disappoint. You know, they could have done better. You know, they put some nice points up there. I think they could have won the game They started getting active really quickly towards the third phase of the circle. I think they started getting active just at the right time. But that position that they were trying to make a rotation from, well, I would say it was the utilities. It was the grenades that ruined the game for them. If it was, left to, just actively gunfire, gun skill, I think Astra would have won that game. But the grenades, they were just badly positioned. They were just badly positioned. They could have taken out that G7. They should have taken over that G7 position the moment that last player was eliminated. They should have pushed two in front, but they stayed by the ridge line, and that is what cost them the game, because they were gonna get easily grenaded, off of that position. You can see the grenades were just flying all over the place. But yeah, big plays, good plays, big solid plays coming in from guys from Astra. But here, take a look at that. 9 points they got, 46 loot, getting 19 eliminations. I told you they were just way too active, too active for G7 to stop them. Way too active. G7 got what, 6 points? Yeah, that's enough to keep them on top of things for now, I think. I don't even think they're still in first place. They're not in first place anymore. I don't think they are. I think 46 loot should be in first place right now. Yeah, with this perform 19, yeah, they should be first place. I think G7 will be in second place or something like that. But Wiz Machine, Astra, Inevitable Squad sharing roughly the same amount of points. Vibes, NV, 7, Tricky, holding on. But 46, 19 eliminations. Almost did a 20 bomb. I think we saw a 20 bomb yesterday from Ruthless, and I said nobody was ever gonna do it again. I'm pretty sure these guys listened to me on the stream, man, and they said, nah, we're gonna shut that streamer up. We're gonna do it now. We're gonna do 20. But unfortunately, I'm still leading. Nobody has done 20. I don't think we're gonna see 20 again. I don't think it's gonna happen. And watch out in Sanok now. 46 loots, they go back. Just watch how these guys go back now for Sanok. Just watch out. That's pretty much how it happens every single time. But Wiz Machine also put out some decent numbers, 6 eliminations, 1,000 points worth of damage. Could have been better, but I'm sure they will not be mad. I'm sure they will not be mad at that result for themselves. I'm pretty certain they're not going to be mad with that one. But and Killua was the one putting big numbers on the board. Alzalo P as well, also doing the exact same thing, sharing 14 eliminations between themselves and almost doing 1,000 damage apiece. That should tell you something. I think Sal was a little more destructive than Killua was. I think it was a little more dangerous with those grenades. But 2 chicken dinners, 46 loot, and G7. It looks like we're about to see again yet another repeat of 4 chicken dinners from 4 different teams. But I don't see that happening. I think a team here is going to win 2 chicken dinners. I still believe that's going to happen. I still see it happening. I still see how I think X Project still was gonna get a chicken. I'm telling you guys, man, absolutely insane stuff, man. But by the time we return, Sandhawk, ladies and gentlemen, is up for you. So don't touch that dial. Stay active. Stay ready. Be right back. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the PMAC. And we've got ourselves the leaderboard in full glory. 46 Loot leading the charge, 38 points to the good. G7 in second place. The X Project in third. Wiz Machine in fourth. Vibes in fifth. And Astra booting themselves all the way up there into the top six. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is what I love to see. But they could have had a chicken dinner. Could have been so much better. Could have been so much better there. I'm not gonna lie to you. Could have been so much better. You know, could have been could have been so much better. Not gonna lie. You know, I expected more from them. You know, inevitable. Still within touching distance of them as well. Nova Sudan easily 2 points clear. Envy also in there. Envy's also in there. Not Legend, Execute, N8 Warriors, 777, Why So Serious, Sidemen, and 4R have not been able to get any points on the board just yet. I don't know how I feel about that one. I don't know how I'm supposed to feel, honestly. You know, I'm not certain how I'm supposed to feel about that, but I'm really expecting Why So Serious to step up to the plate. You know, they've not been able to find their footing as well. Sidemen, the same thing. You know, I mean, most of the teams here, you know, they've got they're representing their countries, you know. So I mean, at least Astra's doing well enough to put Ghana in the mix, in the cut. But you know, they could be doing so much more, so much better. But yeah, I'm not gonna you know, speak on it too much until we head into the third match of the night, and I think that is going to be Sandhawk. That gives us a bad little vibe, so we know exactly what we're heading into. 2 matches down, 2 more to go. Sandhawk is gonna be quick, blazing hot, and I expect a lot of teams to crash into each other in this match. Yep, with the play style I've seen, there's going to be first blood relatively in the first 5 minutes. First blood is going to be very, very quick. I'm pretty sure a team will be eliminated in the first 5 minutes. An entire team. I kid you not. Based off of what I've seen so far, is most likely going to be the case for most of these teams. But look, we're gonna look out for teams like X Project. This is probably the kind of map they like. This is kind of, you know, or Wiz Machine. This is kind of stuff they're more into. They lean towards, you know, maps like these. And I would be seeing if maybe one of the teams on the other half of the leaderboard, you know, from Envy down to Sidemen, down to For Real, can they step up to the plate? It's a difficult competition, you know, and most of these teams are the champions from their regions. So I would expect a lot from them. But, you know, I could go on and on and on about, you know, what is capable and how much ability, you know, these teams and these players have. But it's not for me to tell. You know, it's not for me to tell. There's so many ways to go about this, you know. It's just not for me to tell. Yeah, so yeah, we're going to head into Sanok relatively very quickly, and then by the time we head in there, you know, we'll know what the vibe is. We'll know what everyone is talking about. We'll know what the teams are bringing into what strategy they are bringing to Sanok, because you know, Sanok doesn't allow for certain things. You know, I talked about it in Miramar. There's certain maps that allow you to play certain ways, you know, and if you're set in your ways, you don't progress. You just can't move forward. So if you're trying, you know, and this is not the type of competition you're going to be trying new things, and you know, you have to have a set you know, style of play, a default set style of play, and then you can improve on it as the lobby sees fit. But you could be, you know, it could be detrimental to your team and your team's success if you get caught out every single time you try to make an advance, you know. And again, you have to be prepared for excruciating circumstances that would force you out of your comfort zone. This is the PMAC. Nobody's playing around it. Everyone's trying to get straight into the final. Getting into the finals of the PMAC is an achievement in on itself. I'm not gonna lie to you. A PMAC finalist tag, don't play now. That's a big move, man. But Erangel's been done the first time. Miramar's been done the first time. We're going to do Sanok for the first time tonight. And I'm active. Are you active? Will you be there? I'll be there. Will you plaster? I will plaster. And here we go. North to south. Remember what I said, guys. You're going to see something very interesting here. Your bodies have already started to drop. You know, bodies are going to drop very, very quickly. Very, very soon. You're going to get An interesting line in here. Remember, playing path also plays a crucial role, to the strategy of teams. The playing path is also very, very crucial to, how teams tend to play their game. So that should give you a little bit of a hint of what we should be expecting to see here. But it looks like Ruins might have bodies dropping on bodies there. Paradise Resort, the same thing. Cowl should be safe for N8 Warriors. This will probably be the best game they have, but bodies are void. He started dropping, like I said, 46 on the lookout. They started cooking. There's nobody in boot camp, but G7 in a 2-2 split. I like their split. Looks very good. I don't think their strategy is best suited for Sanok, though. I think they will be forced into compromising positions a lot, G7. But I think they should be fine if they don't overextend. Now, X Project in serious trouble. SUDAN knocked away. But For Real cannot make this breach. Unfortunately, they're just too far apart. Paradise Resort will be housing 3 separate teams in 3 separate corners. And like I told you guys, a team is going to be eliminated here relatively before in the first 5 minutes. It's a whole team that's going to be knocked away, man. Nobody's going to survive here. I promise you. Utilities will still start flying out. Grenades will soon start flying out. And For Real, this is probably the fastest start they've had in all of the matches today. But they've not been able to find their footing just yet. Not necessarily the most confident bunch right now, For Real, as they are sitting at the bottom of the leaderboards. But they do have an opportunity to climb over at least 777 and Sidemen. All they need is 1 elimination, and that will change things. SUDAN is still knocked away for X Project. I'm not sure what the deal is here. Not sure why he hasn't gotten picked up. Kaiser. It's just spinning the block to make sure that there's no stragglers. Could be an interesting turn of events for them, but Vibes is also here, and we know how capable this team has been, especially Messi and then Nasser as well. There could be a forceful engagement coming through, but guys from X Project have been lucrative with their engagements. They are able to hold off the line. And 46 with their 38 eliminations have already bagged 1 right now. Play zone will be shutting down any moment from now. Oh, what a shot. What a strike. And X Project might have cracked open that one. 4R will take a hit. And knowing X Project, they will take the fight to them relatively very, very quickly. There is a little bit of an inkling here. And bodies are dropping. It looks like Astra. Well, 46 have been rocking the boat all the way out there in Ruins. But it looks like Vibes trying to ruse something here. There's more to it than they think. The Next Project now have rotated a little bit towards the corner position. They found a pocket of space to play in. Yeah, so that's a good grenade over to the corner. That's a perfect grenade, actually. But just a little bit towards too far towards the north. As Nova Sudan will run into Envy and will take a couple of hits. I think did hear the audio cues from that op that made his way into the corner. Is Delap. More Legends will now be sending a couple of shots even further. Mafioso getting knocked away. Told you guys, 777 will be sent back into the lobby already. It's barely been 2 minutes. Saw this happening. It did play off exactly like that. 777 have been having a horrible day so far. But now X Project starting to find the rhythm. We've got 2 eliminations now. 46 have 4. And I believe they are the team that eliminated 777. So Astra might be in trouble in Ruins there, as they were not able to make anything happen. But Messi with a big spray, big spray from Messi. He's able to steal that one away. Beautiful DBS shot from Vibes, and Delap will shut that down immediately. X Project will shut this as well. Isa on the other side with a beautiful spray onto the corner there. Sammy takes a hit to fall back to the wayside. X Project now down to 2, and Messi will be dispatched. Vibes will lose 3. And it's all left to Del Harp, the last player for Vibes. Doesn't look like he's going to last long if he hangs around this place for the longest. There is a corner of a little bit of a pocket of space that he's been able to find. Ooh. All it takes is one hit. One hit is all it takes. And Kaiser might be stopped. Doesn't have a utilities. Doesn't have anything. If Del Hap, all it takes is one shot. It's gonna be a wrap. He's prone, starting to circle back. He has the right idea. Looks like Astra and 46 have started to lock horns, and Astra will need to rid the lobby of 46 relatively very quickly. They are down to 2. And it looks like Astra have actually cut 46 down by 50%. And that this might be what they've been looking for. Absolutely what they've been looking for right now. Here comes SUDAN. They're looking active here. X Project. Unfortunately, they are playing as 2. He also tries to render some shots. Well, he will catch render from side men. Kaiser managing to move out of the danger zone. G7 is still alive there to hold on. Ooh, and Astra will be losing a player to the guys from Wiz Machine. And Astra will be down to 3. Kaiser still looking for an opportunity to crack inside. The side men have not been able to find their footing either. Ooh, that's a nice shot from Kaiser. Peeks up, he drops himself. He might be getting an angle to spray even longer, but unfortunately, nothing he could do about that one. Kaiser will be sent back into the lobby. He should have reconvened with SUDAN. That's not going to be likely for him. Yeah. Oh, unfortunate scenes for Habib there. And now it's an opportunity for outplay. Can he outplay the guys from Sidemen? Now circling back a little bit towards the corner. The reset should already have started right now. Molotov is good. All the way outside. He takes a hit. And that's a beautiful touch. And Sidemen will be down to just 1. The rest of the guys from Sidemen getting dispatched by Not Legend. Not Legend have been pretty silent so far, but not now. Got the ideas and started to execute perfectly. Play zone looking very subliminal here for most of the teams in the southern side. Envy and Nova, all of them might clash into each other. It looks like Astra will be taking the initiative to move into Pioneer. G7 also making a soft-spoken rotation. I think they put themselves into the limelight here against guys from Why So Serious, but they have made a little bit of a call there. And Devil's been spotted and knocked away there. Wu-Tang is still alive. And I think Superboy is still there as well. Laser. Oh, Wu-Tang was spotted immediately, knocked away there. G7 looking very, very strong again. Dispatching the guys from Why So Serious one after the other. They will be left down to 1, I believe. Every single 4-star position. These are not necessarily the brightest. It's just forcing the teams into a little bit of an unnatural position, especially those teams that are playing from the north. I think they're not trying to commit into playing deep just yet, and you could understand the plight. I mean, it is Sanok. You do not necessarily need vehicles to move around. Some teams would actually avoid the use of vehicles entirely. But for some, a vehicle is a vehicle. A vehicle does a lot of things. But it looks like SUDAN is just trying to pack up on some utilities. And Devil will be getting panned. Superboy will be the last one left. Why so serious? They've not had the best of days. They have managed to secure 2 eliminations here tonight. That's the best they've done so far in all the games they've had today. But G7 looking very strong in their rotational patterns. Play zone, moves a little further again. Sprays are starting to circle back again. Oh, DBS all over the place from Wiz Machine. The jump shot is good, but he misses that one a little bit over to the backside. And Envy, what was that? Yes, I believe that was Envy. And another team bites the dust there. We're down to 13 teams. And Envy were able to wrap that one up very, very quickly. They're playing a little bit closer to the edge of the circle. It could spell danger for them in going into the final third, but I believe that is a risk they are willing to take. Oh, what a jump shot from Wiz Machine. Gonna get on a full idea, but Wiz Machine very much alive, very much strong. 4 eliminations apiece. If you notice, the teams on the top side of the leaderboards are already starting to showcase their dominance. So unfortunate, but Astra will be have been sent back into the lobby. They made a little bit of an early rotation, but oh, that jump shot was so delicious. Just take a look at that. Beautiful jump shot. Should have held off the line there from Wiz Machine, but I was able to make the shot happen. Execute have been struggling so far. This might be the game for them to step up to the plate. Could speak to the character that they've been able to embellish themselves with. But Nova also playing in from the south. Again, most of these teams are playing it a little too slow for my liking, and the play zone will hurt them going into the next phase. So they have to be out in front. And Envy have the right idea. They already decided to make the moves. And Pyro just trying to make sure that there's no ops behind him there. But Reigns has to be inch perfect with the sprays. He cannot afford to miss. Envy are playing as a unit, so it's going to be very difficult to isolate anyone. And they have started to make the advance, playing by the edge of the circle a little bit towards the southeastern side. They will be having a tricky stop to make the moves, but they should be fine. Top 6, don't forget, top 6 is where you want to be right now. And Envy already have the right idea. But they cannot afford to lose now. Sprays have started to come out. Beautiful shot. Absolutely fantastic stuff coming in from Envy. They've got themselves 5 eliminations, and I believe with that they've found themselves in the top 6. Ooh. Utilities never holding out. And 46 loot. I told you guys, 46 loot, the Gugba. You get a chicken dinner, in the next game you struggle. It's kind of like a thing now. I've seen it so much. I've seen it happen so many times. Chicken dinner in the previous game, get cooked in the next one. You know, but G7, that did not happen to them actually. That did not happen to them in the previous game. Looks like they might be having the same idea though to execute that. Oh, what a grenade that was! Beautiful touch, beautiful touch. DBS misses 3. FHD missed the 3rd, but Speed will not miss. And Execute will execute the guys from Wiz Machine and send them back into the lobby. Now they're up to 4. This has been a good game for Execute so far, but they have a long way to go if they are trying to crack into that top 6. They need at least 10 more points. Possibly a chicken dinner will solve all of their problems right now, but still a lot of obstacles to cross, like G7 and NV. And even the guys from 4R, this might be the best game they've played so far. They've got themselves 1 elimination as they're all 4 players up. But now not. Not Legend have been eagerly waiting for most teams to come in from that southwestern side to see if they can squeeze out some eliminations for themselves. Not too far off. A couple more numbers and they should be within touching distance of that top 6. It will rely on the last game. Again, we've seen this play out just like this before. And now the play zone will start to move. Phase 5 of the circle. You cannot afford to be outside. You have to be inside right now. You cannot afford any mistakes at this stage. And X Project still have 1 player alive. It's SUDAN. He's still carrying the mantle for them. And the placement points going up on a Tuesday. And 4R looking very, very solid here. Sidemen taking yet another hit. That will be a wrap for Sidemen as well. And here comes the inevitable. They're trying to breach inside of that 4R position. It's going to take a little bit more than they thought, but Not Legend are absolutely cooking right now. They got 7 eliminations. They need more. They are trying to change things here. Nova also making an advance from the southern side. And Not Legends are trying to possibly keep them at bay. I'm not sure if they are aware of Nova SUDAN, but could speak a lot to how they hold on. Superboy finally discovered and dispatched, sent back into the lobby. Reigns now falls to the play zone as well. Django takes a hit, a big hit. Zenvi will set their sights onto the guys from G7. It's looking like the finish will not be coming through. It's gonna be. It might be in a very compromising position for G7 as Django will be getting picked up. I love the way G7 play. Very, very tight knit. It's gonna always be difficult to eliminate them, especially as a unit. And that should tell you how solid this team synergy is. 4R now, trying to hold off. It's a 2 versus 4. The GOAT. Has the right idea, can't seem to execute. Oh, that's a beautiful shot by Mori. And that's the opening they've been looking for. Echo will be swept away back into the lobby. Molotov is right there at the door. A grenade would have been a better choice here, but that might have changed things. Kenboy sent back into the lobby. And G7 might be in danger once more. As they are fighting on 2 fronts. It's 4R. And INE again getting forced out. Oh, that's a beautiful shot by Motto. With the S12K, Django is still knocked away. The reset finally coming through. Now they're up to 4 eliminations. Motto peeked out a little bit too much there. Takes a hit from the backside. Not Legend. Sent back into the lobby in 7th place. They managed to put big numbers on the board. But here comes Pappy trying to get his HP levels back up. It's not looking likely for him. He tries to get some placement points on board there. They're in the top 6 teams now. 4 eliminations. Pappy dispatched by the zone. Execute. Sent back as well. Now we're down to just 5. 11 players in the cut. G7 trying to hold a very, very strong defensive line. And now it's a big opportunity for them to do something special from here. SUDAN is still alive from X Project. I don't think the guys from Envy are aware of SUDAN. Mori has been knocked away from Inevitable, but are finally getting picked up and G7 are still looking strong. Beautiful spray from that S12K. Lynx will be sent back into the lobby. Here comes G7 again. Grenade is good from Kuza. And he might have just put a spanner in the works there, but Gota's been knocked away as well. Django takes a hit with that grenade. 4R are still alive. They're just waiting for the chaos to brew. They're waiting for this to get wrapped up, and they might just be able to make something happen here. As Pyro pops a little bit of a touch inside, tries to hold on to the corner to circle back again. Mori now finally making a way inside. Grenade is good, just by the door. Burst is wide open. Motto gets knocked away by Kuza. Absolutely crazy scenes here by Envy trying to hold on again. A little bit of a touch. Conan Boy unfortunately will be dispatched, and that's gonna be a wrap. G7 once again putting big numbers on the board. Pyro finally getting disturbed, but here comes 4R. They steal, they kill, and they destroy. They breach into the scene, burst open the scenes, and that's another one to send forward. And X Project has somehow inside of the mix. SUDAN just pulled up to the scene. They were not aware. They were not informed. Mori's still alive, and he's still cooking out there. Another grenade from the corner. It's SUDAN. SUDAN from X Project. He might have just stolen it away. A Molotov cocktail inside to burn Mori. And INE might just be in trouble right now. X Project, I talked about SUDAN. He was unspotted, he was unseen, and they were not informed. They totally forgot. From X Project now, SUDAN switches over to the DBS. Might be getting that opportunity to seal inside. Mori charges the grenade, might be able to get this one back through, but he was ready instead and circles it back. But fortunately for him, it bangs all the way outside, and he's trying to get his HP levels back up. I think Mori has heard him, and he's switching over, changes over now, tries to pop him through. And unfortunate scenes for him, he allowed the reset to come through. And what a game that was. But INE will take it away. What? It was so close. Absolutely so close. SUDAN almost stole it away. Almost stole it away. What a game that was. That was nasty work. That was nasty work from SUDAN, but I think he got overwhelmed. He should have just baited that guy into coming out of the window. He should have just gone for a little bit of a heal, or start healing by the window, make himself very visible just to force that guy into making a play. Man, but his IQ, the use of the grenades, not giving his position away. He used the grenades to desecrate the guys from 4R. They had no idea where the grenades were coming from. Bro was absolutely cooking them right there. Beautiful display from X Project. Even better from SUDAN. Stole it away. Pitch perfect. But unfortunately, he got overwhelmed in the final third because he had been playing very, very slow, up until that point. So he got overwhelmed. But what a performance from SUDAN. Beautiful finish. Absolutely beautiful finish. What a game that was. Whew. Chicken dinner in the hands of Inevitable Squad. Still beautiful game from them. They did manage to put the numbers on the board. Envy also were absolutely cooking. 4R, the best game they've had so far. It looks like Miramar is where they show strength. And yeah, we've seen what is very capable. Third game, another chicken dinner. I really thought X Project were going to fulfill my prophecy of 2 chicken dinners in a single night. They've come very, very close. Second place, very close, but INE were just so much better. It was a 1 versus 1 though. Mori was absolutely tearing it as well. But, I think Mori had all of the eliminations for INE as well. So, he was active. Bro was actually active. So, yeah, spoke too soon, but gotta respect the hustle still. Ooh, what a game that was. Beautiful, beautiful game. Fantastic stuff. So, ladies and gentlemen, we will return very briefly, momentarily, for the leaderboard, the results, and all the stats to follow suit. Don't touch that down. Right. Active we are. Inevitable squad with 15 points on the board. With that chicken dinner, that puts them in a comfortable position. Envy still looking very, very strong with 14 in second place. X Projects in third place with 12. That actually, I believe that catapults them back into a solid position. But here comes G7 as well with 8 points on the board. And Envy were on demon timing right in this entire game. 2,000 damage points with just 10 eliminations. 10 eliminations should be averaging you 1,500 at the max. But I should tell you that these guys were just absolutely cooking, man. They were just out the cut like hydrogen peroxide, you know. They were just out the cut, just cooking left, right, and center. You know, they were just getting active the whole time. So. But that's what we love to see, don't we? We love it. We are here for the chaos. Ooh. But what a game we have had, bro. What a game we have had. Mafioso and Mori. Yeah, as expected, Mori was the one that was putting up the numbers for the guys from Inevitable. He was absolutely brilliant to watch. He's light-skinned as well, that should tell you. The light-skinned guys, you have to be wary about them. 1,000 damage points for Mafioso. I didn't notice him at all. You know, so we got to keep an eye out for him as well. But yeah. One more game left, ladies and gentlemen. It is Aranjo. So we stay active there. By the time we return, we'll go to Aranjo. Right, we are back. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the PMAC. It is your boy Priest bringing you the action live, brought to you by GPE Productions, PUBG Mobile Sudan, and all the beautiful people in the PUBG Mobile Africa Discord. This is the PMAC, ladies and gentlemen. The action has just concluded in Sanok, and we're about to see the total leaderboard. And that should tell you something interesting now. This should be very interesting. Very, very interesting. 42 points for 46 loot. Now they are within touching distance for X Project. G7 is still in there in the top 3. Inevitable. That chicken dinner puts them firmly in control, 4th place. But now teams are starting to slip away. Teams like Execute, Astra, Nova Sudan, all of them are starting to slip away from that top 6. But they are still within touching distance. You know, I would expect a whole lot more from them. But, you know, G7 46 and Inevitable have all been able to put in the work and get themselves that chicken dinner. Now, who's gonna get the next one? We're about to see 3 days in a row. We're about to see 12 different chicken dinners from 12 different teams. That should tell you something, about this tournament. Winning a chicken dinner twice, man, that's nasty work. That is nasty work, but I gotta respect it still. But yeah, I spoke too soon about the availability of some of these teams coming into the final third. But this match now, this round we're about to head into is going to be very, very tricky. X Project, Envy, Not Legend, and Inevitables. Whew. So far, they have been very, very consistent, very, very strong, averaging 20 minutes, or rather 19 minutes among themselves. And that should tell you something. These are teams that is very difficult for them to get eliminated. You can see Envy do most of their traveling, 12,000 meters covered. And that should tell you that this is a rotational based team. They will rotate and get into positions to take engagements. They do not allow engagements come to them. They rotate into positions to take engagements into other teams. So they are very transitional. Envy is a very transitional team. I've seen them very, very transitional, very strong. High utility usage, high damage. Very proactive team. But X Project, not necessarily the most. They don't move around too much. They're very static. But they are very, very strong defensively and offensively. So that should tell you about the way they tend to do their own thing. Try to advocate for strategic plays, but that's not always going to be the case. And you got to respect the hustle still. But yeah, we've had 3 games down. 4. We're supposed to have 4. 1 more game to go. Big defining moment. The leaderboard is going to take a big shift. I don't think we're going to see a 60-pointer like we saw yesterday. I don't think we're going to see a 60-pointer today. But, that speaks to, how cagey this lobby is. I'm still expecting a big move from Astra. They're falling away from that top 6. You do not want to fall away. They're not too far off, but they're not too close either. They need a chicken dinner. A chicken dinner will change everything for any team right now that is not in the top 6. A chicken dinner will change at the entire thing. So that's what we're looking out for, to see if that's going to be the case. I'm looking out to see if okay, looks like we might be having a rehost. So we'll be right back just to check if everything is on schedule. All right, welcome back to the show, ladies and gentlemen. It's the PMAC. It is match 4. Ooh, it's going to be an interesting way to wrap up the night, as you already know. But we do apologize for there was some technical difficulties, so the room did get rehosted, but I think it's all been sorted now. Ooh, final game of the night. So it's about to get tricky, swifty, a little bit interesting to see what is going to unfold going forward. But I'm super excited to see what that's going to be. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, it's around you. It's the PMAC. It's match 4. It is day 4. So let's get active. Let us get active. Let us get active. So, ooh, water zone that is. West flight path, west to east, and the play zone is in the south. So we already know military base is where it's at. Military base is where it's at. Military base is where it's at, ladies and gentlemen. That's where it's at. That's where the action is. Military base. Everyone is aware now, and they're most all going to start, making their move towards that military base position. Again, most of these teams know for a fact that they need to rise to the occasion in this final game. 777 have not been able to find any points so far, unlike N8 Warriors and Why So Serious and Sidemen as well. All of these teams have been able to find at least 1 to 3 points, but I wouldn't put them in a nice position, Definitely wouldn't put them in a nice position at all. Sidemen getting active very quickly. It's a little bit of a corner side, but Jay will get some shots sent towards Reigns, and that's going to be a wrap for him. So N8 will get first dibs on an elimination tonight in this 4th game. There's a certain calmness, to the storm that most of these teams have been able to brew. It's going to take a little bit of something unique to step out of the shadows. I think 46 have exactly what that is, because they are sitting very, very pretty. Triple 7 against 46. Number 1 team on the leaderboard against the number 16 team on the leaderboard. That's a match made in heaven, But take a look at Astra's position. G7 as well, already making the moves. So you can already tell what kind of team G7 is. Like I said, they have to be the most proactive team in this lobby. G7 always proactive. I think we've seen that that is their strategy. I don't think they run and gun. They are very, very tactical. So tactical. I love the way they play. It is very, 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 very ideal. And I'm looking forward to seeing more action from them going forward. But again, they could be forcing the narrative going in their direction. As you can see, Vibes are just playing the roofs out of score. A little bit of a interesting split. Sidemen still aware of all of their positions, as Nasser is on the top part of that roof, just trying to gather as much intel as he can. But 46 have most of their work cut out for them. They're still within touching distance to Hex Project and G7. Wouldn't say the same about Inevitable still, but it's not over just yet. Remember, that top 6 is where you want to be. It is where you need to sleep. You need to close your eyes tonight and say, yep, I'm in the top 6. At least I can sleep well. Because some ops will not be sleeping tonight. They are not in the top 6. If you're not in the top 6, do you deserve to sleep? I don't think so. Why are you sleeping, bro? What's giving you joy? Oh, what a spray that was onto Laser. He manages to escape the danger, but Kenboy gets run over, and that could speak plainly against the guys from G7. Kenboy got caught off guard again. He keeps getting caught off guard. But why so serious? We'll be getting a little move in the front side. I would love to see how G7 will play as 3. It's gonna be there's gonna be a lot for them to maneuver, but I think they should be able to make it happen. Love to see how that happens here. But Astra have the sightlines on Dior. Be peek out. Should have allowed for him to get a little closer for that shot. And Sidemen starting to throw the bullets all over the place, but X-Project still in a nice position. As you can see, Saddam, the MVP from the previous game, he was absolutely brilliant in that final third. Could have spelled something different, but that is how you get into a vehicle. Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, this is the PMAC, the qualification stages. The PUBG Mobile Africa Clash. Top 6 from each group will advance to the next stages. And that is where you want to be. You want to be in that top 6. You want to be closer to participate in that $3,000 prize pool. Cannot afford to miss this one. There's an opportunity for them to circle back again. Sparrow is trying to get an off angle, a little bit of intel to work with, but Vibes will not be letting this one slide away. But Nasser has been caught out by Myth, and now Sidemen might have been looking for something there. Nasser will be sent back into the lobby by Myth as well. Beautiful defensive line being held, but Delhap has given away his position to the rest of the team. Habib charging a grenade is good. Oh, that's a fantastic grenade. Unfortunately, it's not able to get the job done, but the Molotov cocktail will be able to get it done this time. Now is an opportunity for Sidemen to make something happen here. As Myth should have started his a movement towards the corner. Renda takes a hit towards the play zone and he falls, but they don't know that it's him. They don't know that it's Renda that fell to the play zone there. As Toxin continues to charge up, Habib now makes his way just towards the eastern corner of that low corner again. Ooh, what a touch that was. And he takes 2 for 2. They're vibing right now. 2 bodies dropped. He tried to circle back again. Messi charging that grenade over to the side. Habib falls to the zone. And that's a wrap. Sidemen again overwhelmed by sheer gun power, by sheer gun skill by Toxin. He was just so overwhelming with that Bison. And Myth had no idea what was going on. He had to hightail it and make a rotation towards the hillside and left his teammates to the waiting clutches of Vibe. Here comes Hassan. 46. They know exactly what time it is. And that's a wrap. Beautiful, beautiful shot. Absolutely fantastic shot. You can't even deny that one. What a way. What a way to pick up your first elimination. And now 46 are starting to assemble closer and closer against the guys from 777. Trying to hold off on the line side. That's a good grenade, but a little bit off the right hand side, but he does connect. There's Badoui with a beautiful shot. Tomase has the angle covered. Might be able to catch him off guard. Will he allow for the reset? He peeks out. Amen gets dropped away as well. 46. Still looking very strong. Killua tries to break the door down. He shuts it away. Switches to the Uzi. Beautiful shot. And drops Kumias all the way down. 777 now down to 1. Oh, that's a beautiful jump shot. Killua wraps it immediately. 46 will come out on top. No casualties. 777 again for the 4th game in a row. Morocco are not able to take 2 teams to the top as 46 continue to extend their lead. So Masson is able to put some numbers on the board, but it's not over just yet. Inevitable, fresh off a chicken dinner, looking very strong so far. Playing a 2-2 split across the bridge is very ideal for a team like this. Phase 2 of the circle is going to be a big definitive moment for them as well, if they can hold on. But Not Legend will get their hands onto the guys from N8 Warriors, and I believe frags will be getting dropped, and Daddy OP will follow suit. 2 bodies dropped away now for N8 Warriors. Can they hold on tight? It's not looking very likely for them. Play zone might start to constitute a nuisance for some of these teams. They have to be very, very proactive, very, very ready. And it looks like, could have done so much better there. Should have done so much better. Layla should have done way better than that. He should have allowed the reset. And now he's going to be Astra against the guys from Inevitable. This is going to be a very tricky one for Astra to make something happen here. The grenades will seal the deal. The grenades will make something happen. Oh, Layla gets an angle shot onto Warrior. And he gets knocked away. And now, will they advance? They might advance here. He might be getting dropped off. But he's going for the reset. And the return fire is almost immediate onto Layla's position. He peeked out. And he takes a serious hit. And that will force him to backpedal. Astra will have to take this fight towards the guys from Inevitables. That's a good grenade from Sexy Red. Can't seem to connect the shots. Grenades are already flying all over the place. And that's a good grenade. A better grenade. Oh, beautiful touch from Sexy Red. Opens the floodgates against the guys from INE. And now he can continue to rain the grenades even further. He fits perfect. Oh, what a grenade. Oh, 2 for 2. Layla and Sexy Red. That's a dangerous combination there. And INE will be in trouble. Astra playing a very, very strong defensive game against the guys from INE, and they're losing bodies after bodies. Grenade getting charged up by Respect. He's trying to hold on. Sexy Red again is charging his own grenade. Sways one over to the right-hand side, but his own grenade, will it be better? Oh, just over the top. Here comes Respect again. Charges perfectly. Just over the top of Sexy Red. Takes a little bit of HP over the bar. But they're not looping it. He might get his teammate knocked away if he's not careful as well. He does have the right-hand side. He does have the right angle. And now the guys from 4R are at the bottom of the bridge. There might be the third party here. And Astra need to wrap this fight up. They cannot allow the reset. 2 players from INE knocked away. This is the opportunity for Astra to wrap this up. But they do have a player knocked away as well. A beautiful grenade from the GOAT over to the top-hand side. Astra falls again. Layla gets a hit. Falls again by the wayside. A good grenade. Sexy Red now will be the one to follow suit as well. INE trying to hold on. And Astra, will they lose yet another body? They have 2 players up. They have to hold on. They have to make the advance. Molotov cocktail over the side to keep them all the way at bay there, but they cannot allow the reset. They've allowed the reset, unfortunately, onto the guys from INE. So this fight is just like it's going to be a big engagement for Astra here. They have to be very careful because a beautiful grenade over the top by Thread will send it all the way across. And Lesio again falls 2 for 2. Beautiful grenade as well, but the GOAT is dropped away. Now it's a 1 versus 1, I believe. They've been losing bodies here. And Thread's grenade. Oh, Thread! Thread through the eye of the needle. The grenade was inch perfect. And somehow Astra will finish the job with the grenades. Thread is the one who puts it through. And 4R, you can see them just making their rotation across the water. Hopefully they do not get spotted out, but beautiful defensive line being held by the guys from Astra. They have to get off the bridge right now. And I believe they've spotted the guys from 4R. I think they are aware of their position. And this might be a big move for Astra. They might just have 4 eliminations delivered to them. What kind of crate is that? But Astra played this perfectly. Unfortunately for them, they did lose some bodies. Oh, what a spray. Beautiful spray from Thread. Deep into the water. Can't seem to connect the shots just yet. Continue to hold on. They kept... And Shark Boy getting knocked away. What are the odds he's getting knocked away inside of the water? And he's supposed to be a Shark Boy. Unfortunate scenes. This Kill Gang is trying to make his own rotation off to the shoreline there. But if I was Astra, I would rotate all the way to the shoreline straight up. Rotate all the way towards the shoreline and wait for these guys to pop out of the water. At least I would just send like one person. Yep, that's what I would do. Drive all the way there immediately. With immediate effect, I would be all the way there. You know, X Project is also coming through from the bridge. So they need to wrap this up. They cannot be here too long. But that is a very good play coming in from Astra. They're doing exactly what they need to do, but there's so much work, way more work to be done for them if they are trying to crack into that top 6 at least by the end of this game. Envy have secured themselves 1 elimination as they advance even further. The script is being written. You can hear that S12K just that SLR. Is there an SLR in this map? I thought that was only Miramar. There come the moves. Astra continuing to lay waste onto the guys from 4R as they make their rotation. Another one will be biting the dust. Now they are circumventing the moves again. Now there's Mafioso, the last one for Not Legends. He's taking serious hits against Why So Serious. Devil will shut that down immediately. Now they're starting to get their rhythm. Why So Serious? Now is Mafioso against 2. Dior has the angles tight. He sends a grenade perfectly over to the side. He might be able to hold him through. Pops him over to the left hand side, but he's gonna be wrapped up in a bundle and sent back into the lobby almost immediately. And now Astro set their sights onto the guys from Nova. Thread takes a hit, falls to the wayside as well, but Eliasso with a beautiful spray to return fire. 4RK losing yet another body. Sexy Red will be the one to confirm that one as well. Nova with a big spray. He might be getting dropped. Oh, what a big spray. Big shots coming through from Unique again into that corner, and he is going to be the one to wrap it up. And now Astra will be down to just 2 bodies. We need to get something happening here, but G7 unfortunately have lost 2 as well. Ooh, shots over to the corner towards Envy, and Envy are playing very strongly here. Lynx has been called out by Motto, trying to go for that finish. They are getting forced out of the zone, heavily forced out. Sexy Red gets called out, knocked away, sent back into the lobby with the quickness. It is an unfortunate turn of events for Astra right now, as they are sitting in 8th. Oh, that's a good grenade. Oh, that's a perfect grenade. As Flank will be the victim of that one. Undoubtedly so. And 46 trying to make their own rotation, but that's going to be a wrap for Astra as well. They got 8 eliminations, but they couldn't crack it to get any placement points, unfortunately. No. Wiz Machine also eliminated. 46, X Project, Vibe, Envy. And Vibes all alive. And 46 making their own rotation into the guys from to the side from Vibe. Messi's peeked out again. Takes a couple of shots towards Killua. Drops him to about 50 HP. He does have to be very careful still to hold off to the sidelines. Again, getting forced out to play off to a little bit of a corner. Tags his position, Massen. There's feeding all of the intel that he can for the rest of his teammates. There's a lot of intel that they will need going into this next phase of the circle. 46 still do have 2 players up. Vibes looking very strong. They've got 7 eliminations so far. 6 from Toxin. He might be looking for that MVP. Stelhap is still circled up inside. They cannot cross the wall. They cannot cross the road. It's a danger zone. Oh no, I spoke too soon. Vibes want it. They want the smoke. Toxin's the one leading the charge. And the smoke was inch perfect to keep him at bay. But Massen has the corner set up back again. And that grenade is over to the backhand side. Might be charging him a little bit closer. But he pops out. He takes a hit immediately. Killua might have gotten dropped away. But another corner. Massen pops a Molotov cocktail outside just to slow the roll. And he has Messi just in the sidelines. And Killua has to reposition himself a little bit towards the high ground. But here comes the spray. Down to the floor again. Killua trying to pop through. Smokes outside, trying to hold off. Messi sprays towards the guys from Sidemen, sends them back into the lobby as well. Massen gets knocked away by Toxin. Toxin absolutely cooking now. Killua, the last one left, and that grenade inside might change things. Switches over to the DBS, trying to hold up. He has Hassan, might be able to drop him. Misses all of his shots. He missed all of his DBS shots, and that is why he paid the price. Toxin is that guy. 8 eliminations all for him, and here they come again. G7 taking serious hits, but they are able to stop the guys from Envy dead in their tracks. You have to respect the resilience from G7. They're still holding on nicely here. 1 HP onto a 0.5 HP for Django, but he's still alive. N8 Warriors are still alive as well. They've got 2 bodies. One has been dropped away, but why so serious? Trying to hold on very, very strong right now. They've got 4 eliminations, and Laser is still alive. They're trying to get rest up, but Wu-Tang pops a grenade over to the left-hand side. Western area trying to hold it all at bay. He knows that the shack is the play zone. He knows that that's where they're playing from. He's trying to keep them at bay, trying to force them all the way back, but it's execute. They're trying to hold off, trying to hold into the deep zone, into that deep corner, that pocket of space. But why so serious? Do not want them. They have to get rid of that team. They have to eliminate the guys from execute immediately with the quickest fashion. As they start to advance, as the play zone starts to shrink again, Django takes yet another hit from Messi. And Vibes are starting to reduce their numbers one after the other. G7 taking yet another hit, and that's going to be a wrap for them. They manage to make it into the 6th place. And now Execute making their own move towards the guys from Vibes. Toxin playing off the back end. A beautiful defensive line. Oh, Molotov is perfect. And Execute will have Bazu knocked away. They're trying to take the fight to Vibe, but that's the wrong call. 2 bodies now knocked away. Holding off the line. Vibe's trying to circle back. Here comes Messi. He's dropped immediately. Sent back into the lobby, but they totally forgot there's 1 player behind. It's Toxin. He's a danger, and they have to be very, very careful of his angle. Speed is there. Pops the smoke over to the top hand side to keep them at bay. But Execute getting swept away one after the other. Speed and Pappy, the last 2 left, trying to hold on, but Toxin is still alive. Why so serious? All but surely 4 numbers. Why so serious? Starting to rise to the occasion. Vibes now with 15 eliminations, but they still got just 1. Why so serious now circling back? They're trying to spray. They have the angle. They run him over. They blow him away. 4 eliminations, unfortunately, for N8 Warriors, but they couldn't stop Why so serious. And now they come. 6 eliminations between them. And a chicken dinner might just change the entire thing here. Why so serious? If they get a chicken dinner, Ghana's about to be up. All the engagements that they've been looking for, they might have just found it. Execute. Down to 2. Another angle. Why so serious? Just cooking. Looking so strong right now. They're absolutely tearing it up. They're trying to do their absolute best to circle back again, to hold the lines. They have all of the numbers. And here comes Dior with a beautiful grenade over the top. Another hit. Speedy's now the next victim. Just take a look. They're absolutely tearing it up, but they are going to be dropped away. Papi now forcing the angle. He's going to be dropped immediately with a DB. Yes, they circumvented him. They kept him at bay, and Toxin is now alive. The last one left. It's a 4 versus 1. Pops a grenade over to the left-hand side. Wu-Tang now knocked away. He hasn't got him picked up yet. It's a 3 versus 1 potentially, but Toxin is absolutely very, very capable, but he's going to be stopped dead in his tracks. Why so serious? And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how you Ghana up. That is how you Ghana up. What a game from Ghana. I told you, these guys, they just needed time to adapt. They was cooking. I told you. Why so serious? We're absolutely cooking right now. What a game that was. A beautiful finish from Why So Serious. And now the two Ghana teams. Whew, wow. They showed out. Astra got like 8 eliminations, but these guys were next level. Now I know how they made it into this stage of the competition. Now I know how they made it in. What a game that was. Beautiful, beautiful game. Kept all of their players up into the final third. We saw their rotation. It was the same with Astra. They even got into a little bit of a squabble earlier on when they made their rotation across Astra. Now there was a little bit of a couple of pop shots towards that direction, but they repositioned and they played perfectly from the south. They didn't overindulge. They didn't extend. They played inch perfect. They played to their strength, and they got themselves that chicken dinner. What a game that was for Why So Serious. Beautiful finish. Beautiful finish. I love to see it. Love to see it, ladies and gentlemen. What a game that was. But we've come to the end of the last match tonight, so we're about to take a look and see who was turning up. Who was turning up? Who was turning up? Dior was turning up. Laser was turning up. Devil was turning up. Wu-Tang was turning up. 9 eliminations between them and a chicken dinner. That is 19 points. I don't think that is enough to put them in the top 3, but I think that puts them in the conversation. Remember, guys, all it takes is one crazy game. A game where you participate in some nasty work, and you will get yourself that chicken dinner, and you will put yourself inside of the conversation. Why So Serious? They were overlooked, they were underrated, they were undervalued, but now who's cooking? Ghana is up, ladies and gentlemen. Ghana is up. 19 points on the board. Vibes with 21, and then 8 Warriors and Astra sharing a piece, 8. Execute 46, G7 5 and 6 apiece. For Real with 4 in 8th place, Envy in 9th place with 4, Nova Sudan in 10th place with 3, Not Legend in 11th place with 2, X Project, Sidemen, Wiz Machine and Inevitable 1 apiece, and 777 for the 4th time tonight, no points achieved. Woo! What a play. 19 points. Is it enough? I think so. I think they did just enough to put themselves in the conversation. I would be glad if the two Ghanaian teams make it out of here. I would be very, very glad, because these guys ain't no joke. They are very, very good. They are very, very solid. So that's what we love to see, but it's not over just yet. We're going to find out, but take a look at that. 1,500 damage points to 2,500, almost double the same size of elimination. So that should tell you something interesting about these two teams. Vibes put the numbers on blast. They were absolutely tearing it up. They were active. Straight out the gate, they were active. Especially Messi and Toxin. Those two were absolutely active, bro. But, they didn't necessarily play inside of the blue zone. We saw them earlier. They got active, got inside of the zone, and started making a quick rotation. Toxin and Devil. Miles. Not I wouldn't say miles apart, but, Toxin was just on a different level for Vibes. He was absolutely on a different level. He survived the longest for the team as well. did 9 eliminations out of their entire 15. He did way over 70% of the eliminations. So that should tell you that dude is on a different level. He's just absolutely different. Bro is absolutely cooking. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned. By the time we return, we have the leaderboard for you and the top 6 teams. So stay tuned, stay strapped, and stay ready. Ooh, okay. And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. The action has resumed. The action has returned. We're about to see the leaderboard. You know who the teams are in the top 6, but most eliminations does go to Toxin. He got 9 and did do the most amount of damage. And Thread puts the work in. Zbode, Zuda. Let's put the word in as well. So our top teams in here, because why so serious? N8 Astra, 2 Ghanaian teams in the top 4. That tells you something. 8 eliminations piece and 9 for in between them as well. "15 eliminations for Vibes is still nasty work though, but you know, we've seen somebody did 9. I think someone did 19 earlier. Was it? I think it was 46 that did 19. I was thinking I would see more of that as well today. This is the closest we've got, and I ain't mad at it at all. I'm not mad at it at all. Could have been. Ooh. So big number that they've been able to do here still. There's big numbers there. 2,500 damage points. And Astra and Why So Serious are close to each other. Very close. The teams have been able to put up some significant numbers. I think Inevitable also put some serious numbers in there, but they only got 1 elimination out of it, unfortunately. That speaks into its serious tricky plays to hold on to that who is it, be course position, but could speak to its character for most of the teams, you know. Could be so much different. Could be so different, you know. But let's have a bit of a tricky line in. 4 different teams, 4 different chicken dinners again. I was foiled today. No, X Project. Wait a minute. I thought X Project had a chicken dinner. So they didn't. Oh, they didn't have a chicken dinner actually. They got just one nasty game, and then they came second like twice. I think they came second place twice. Yeah, I think X Project was second place twice. Yes, in Eranjo and in Sanhok. Yeah, wow, second place twice. That is unruly. That is something very unruly. So yeah, we're gonna see the leaderboard any moment from now. Get the scores put out there and get active. Get super active. Again, big shout out to everyone who put out some work today to put this together. It's the PMAC, ladies and gentlemen. It's a big tournament. It's big money. You know, if you want to play at this level, you know, you gotta rise to the occasion. You know? Every single team that's participating here is a representative from their region, you know, and you have to respect it. I mean, I saw exactly why so serious. Why so serious turned up in the final game. I think they just needed a little bit of time to adapt. You know, they were just looking for an entry point and they found it and they ran with it. They ran all the way with it. But yeah, did they do enough? No, because they had a lot of shambles, you know, shambolic games before this last one. So, you know, that tallies into their performance. I think overall Astra performed better than them in general. So we're going to see the leaderboard very shortly. I think the leaderboard should be here and take a look at that. Yeah, Why So Serious pulling up the numbers. They get all the way up into 9th. That's a good way to go. Them together with Astra, they're very close. Inevitable Squad and Envy are now within touching distance to both of them. So it's all a matter of how consistent they can get. 46 still leading the pack. Vibes in second place with 39. G7 and X Project very close to each other, just sharing 2 points between them, and even Vibes still within touching distance as well. So yeah, Leaderboard tells you exactly all you need to know. Most of these teams know exactly what they need to do going into the next set of games. I will be looking out for Astra and YSO Sirius. I really want them to make it out of here. Sidemen, unfortunately, they've not been able to find their footing. I really hope they do. Envy's very close to the drop zone. Very, 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 very close to the drop zone. Very dangerous. They should be able to make something happen out of this one. But I'm looking forward to how they make it happen. Execute, Not Legend. Both of these teams still have something to play for. There's still a chance for them to rise to the occasion, but yeah, could be anything. Could be trailing from front to back, from back to front, but that speaks to the volume and that speaks to the character of the team at the end of the day. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you all for tuning in. It's been a beautiful, beautiful set of games we've had for you tonight. It's the PMAC, your boy Priest, bringing you the action live. See you same time tomorrow. It's day 5.